I've priced and sold homes in Snyder for 25 years. I know what houses on Harlem Road will go for. I know what buyers will pay for a finished basement on Berryman. I know which streets command a premium and which ones don't, and why. And I can tell you with complete confidence, whatever Zillow says your Snyder home is worth right now, it's probably wrong. Not because Zillow is a bad tool, but because Snyder is a neighborhood. It's not a spreadsheet. And neighborhoods require someone who's actually been inside the homes, negotiated the offers, and watched the market move in real time for decades. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we figure out what a Snyder home is actually worth in 2026, what the market looks like right now, and what mistakes I see sellers make that cost them real money. Let me tell you what it actually means to have your home priced by someone who lives in your neighborhood. I walk the streets, I know which blocks back up to the thruway, I know which ones are quieter, I know which streets have the bigger lots, I know where the sidewalks are, which areas feel more walkable, and how buyers react when they pull up to certain parts of Snyder versus others. That neighborhood intelligence you can't get from a database. It comes from living here and selling here for a long time. When I'm pricing a Snyder home, I'm not just running numbers. I'm thinking about the buyer who's going to walk through that front door. What are they going to feel? What are they going to compare it to? What are they willing to pay? Not in theory, but right now, based on what I'm seeing in actual offers. That context is the difference between a price that sits and a price that sells. And in a neighborhood like Snyder, where buyers have real options and real opinions, that difference can mean thousands of dollars. So let's talk about Zillow, Redfin, all of the tools, because I don't want you to just think they're useless. They're not. They're a starting point. But here's where they fall short in a neighborhood like Snyder. Snyder is not uniform. There's incredible variety from block to block. A center entrance colonial on one street, a Cape Cod 2 blocks over, are technically both in Snyder, but they're not the same market. An algorithm never separates them. The features that matter most don't always show up in the data. Finished basement, updated kitchen, attached 2-car garage, proximity to Amherst Central, lot depth, whether you're on a through street or a quiet dead end, all of these things move your price. And algorithms miss most of them. And the market is moving right now. Online estimates are based on historical data. They look backward. But the buyers I'm working with right now are making decisions based on what's available today, what they lost out on last week, and what interest rates are doing this month. That's the market you're actually selling into, and that's what your price needs to reflect. The bottom line, a Zestimate is a guess. A CMA from someone who knows Snyder is a strategy. Here's exactly what I do when a Snyder homeowner asks me what their home is worth. This is the same process I've used for 25 years. Step 1, pull the right comparable sales. Not every sale in Snyder is a comp for your home. I'm looking at homes that sold in the last 90 days within a tight radius of your property with a similar size, style, condition, and lot situation. 90 days matters. Real estate moves fast right now. A sale from 8 months ago tells a different story than what closed last month. Step 2, make adjustments for what makes your home different. No two homes are identical. Does yours have a finished basement? That's value. Updated kitchen or bath? Value. An extra garage stall? Value. Backs to a neighbor's fence with no yard privacy? That works against you. And we account for that too. This is where 25 years of experience pays off. I know what buyers are actually paying a premium for right now versus what they're shrugging at. Step 3, look at your active competition. What's for sale in Snyder right now? How does your home compare to those listings? Are you the best option in your price range? Or are you going to be fighting for attention? Pricing isn't just about your home in a vacuum. It's about positioning you to win against whatever else is on the market the day you go live. Step 4, factor in your actual goals. A seller who needs to close in 45 days needs a different strategy than someone who can wait for the perfect buyer. I price based on your real-life situation, not a one-size-fits-all number. Let me give you the real picture of where Snyder sits heading into 2026. Right now in Snyder, the median home price is sitting around the mid-400s. Homes that are priced correctly are going under contract in about 7 to 14 days, and inventory is tight. At any given time, there are only a handful of homes available in this neighborhood. What that tells me is this: demand is still strong, but buyers are more selective than they were a couple of years ago. Pricing strategy matters more now than ever. Here's what I want you to understand about those numbers. Snyder has always been one of the most stable, sought-after pockets in the entire Buffalo market. The schools, the walkability, the location, buyers know it. They're always willing to pay for it. What you're seeing now is well-priced homes moving fast, 7 to 14 days to contract. While anything that comes in too high is sitting and losing leverage. Buyers are engaging, but they're doing their homework. They know what Snyder is worth, and they won't overpay for a home that isn't positioned correctly. As someone who lives here, I can also tell you this. The energy in this neighborhood hasn't changed. People want to be in Snyder. That buyer demand is real, and it shows up in the numbers. So what is your Snyder home actually worth in 2026? The real answer is, I don't know yet because I haven't seen yours, but I can find out and it won't cost you anything. If you own a home in Snyder and you want a real number, not a Zestimate, not a range, a real comparative market analysis based on your specific home and today's actual market, DM me your address. I'll put it together and send it to you. No pressure, no obligation. The link is in the description. My number is down there too. Text works, calls work. DM me on Instagram if it's easier. After 25 years in this market, I've seen what happens when sellers have the right information going in and what happens when they don't. The difference is real. I'd rather you have the information. If this was helpful, hit subscribe. I put out real Buffalo market content every week. Not fluff, no clickbait, just what you actually need to know if you're thinking about making a move. I'll see you in the next one.